Welcome everyone, I'm Amanda. So we're gonna do a traditional flow today, nice hour practice. Go ahead and meet me with your toes tucked under on the mat. So taking an opportunity to open up the feet. If this is easy, you can bring one leg out. If it's not so easy, keep both feet down. See if you can continue to ground the sitting bones into the heels and just kind of inch the knees forward. So the more you open up the feet, you're going to be able to kind of inch the knees. If you look behind you and the pinky toe isn't touching, then you know this is good for you. So see if you can keep kind of spreading all 10 toes and really try to get into the sides of the feet. Start to cultivate that ujjayi breath. You can interlace the hands behind the back, maybe just place the hands in your lap, wherever you're most comfortable. And we won't be here very long. I know it's intense. So just keep breathing. Keep that focus on the ujjayi breath, lengthening the inhales and the exhales. And take one more. Good, and then slowly come forward. And just kind of circle the ankles out, both directions, tap out the tops of the feet. Going the other direction, so sitting on the heels. You want your heels to keep rolling in towards one another instead of sickling the heels out. So keep the heels rolling in. You're now trying to get that nice stretch in the shin and the top of the foot. So if just by sitting here you don't get that stretch, go ahead and lean over to one side, lifting one knee at a time. If that's still not enough, you can bring your hands next to the knees and lift the knees. So I'm going to do one at a time today. Just keep breathing. You may have to lean back a little more to really get into that shin and the top of the foot. If you're on one side, go ahead and switch. Good, back to center. Turn the fingertips to face you and the palms down. So just taking a few moments to get into our forearms. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back. Breathing deeply. If you need more, you'll start to walk your hands forward away from your knees and maybe slightly bend your arms. Good, and then slowly peel the hands up. Just kind of shake the wrists out, circle the wrists. And then when we do that and we kind of peel up, we miss out on the thumbs. So go ahead and get your palms, or excuse me, your thumbs down on the mat and try to rotate your tops of your hands in. So you're getting into that little meaty part of your thumb, a place we don't often stretch, but we use it a lot. So keep lifting the pinky edges for more of a stretch. Good, and then release the hands. Just kind of make fists and then release. And then going the opposite direction, so palms are facing up this time. Palms are facing up. Keep working the whole top of the hand down. You're not really sinking, so a lot of people complain that their wrists hurt in this practice. We're actually going to stretch out the wrists so that hopefully that doesn't happen. And really don't add a lot of weight into your wrist. So you're light. You don't need a lot of pressure to be able to feel a stretch. It's probably stretching out your wrists and your forearms. The tendency is to kind of jack the shoulders forward. So see if you can keep broadening the collarbone, pulling the shoulders back. And again, if you need more, you'll kind of bend the elbows and get into the forearms deeper. And then to make it a little more interesting, make a fist and then release. Inhale and exhale, release the fingers. One more, inhale, tense up, make a fist with both hands and exhale, release. Good. Slowly just peel the hands up, shake out the wrists. Whew, it's kind of intense. Kind of reach the hands, good. And then tuck the toes and come into a forward fold. So feet are hip width apart, knees are slightly bent. Grab opposite elbow and just allow the body to hang. Keep working the chest towards the legs, tucking the chin in towards the chest. And starting to bring some movement here. Just kind of rock yourself side to side, opening up the side waist, the hamstrings. Moving as fast or as slow as you want. Good, and then find stillness back in the center. Release the elbows and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Letting your head be the last thing to roll up. Hands come to the lower back. Push the hips forward. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Good. Heel toe the feet together. So big toes and heels touch. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Get low, squeezing knees together, working the knees back over the ankles, tuck the tail, soften the shoulders down the back, and fold forward. Inhale, look out, lengthen, and walk it out to plank. Broaden through the shoulders, tuck the tail, and just kind of keeping your hips low, just shift your weight over your fingers and your toes. Good. And then lower to the knees, and I just want to talk about the wrists for a moment. So for those of you that are experiencing that discomfort in your wrists, I remember the whole first year I practiced, I was feeling that. It takes a little bit of time to condition, just like anything else, and when we're in this really intense physical practice, it's a lot on your wrists. So think about alignment here on your hands. So you're grounding the 3 points of your fingers, so the pinky knuckle, the pointer knuckle, and the thumb knuckle. Think about a triangle through that, and you're grounding each 3 of those points, and you're almost thinking about a frozen pea underneath the palm of your hand, and you don't want it to melt. So you're grounding through these 3 points, and then you're almost lifting the inner palm. And then you're spreading through your fingertips like suction cups. So a lot of people even complain that they slip all the time, that their towel doesn't work, all that stuff. It's usually because you don't know how to ground your hands. Sometimes it's the towel, I know, I get it. But oftentimes, if you know how to really ground, it will help. So think about that as you find your way to plank. Again, you can always use your knees to modify. Inhale, lift up, broaden through the shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Hover. Can you tuck the tail, lift the tips of the shoulders, hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Staying on the tops of the feet, just kind of rock a little side to side. And then lift the hips for downward facing dog. And just kind of find your first down dog, pedal out the feet, lifting the hips up, reaching the shoulders back. Soften the head. Just kind of let your head hang. One more breath. Exhale a little deeper. Look between the hands. Walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Get lower through the hips, tucking the tail. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Left heel in, right foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Arms come up. Moving with the breath. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Other side, right heel in, left foot lunges. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the hands, step back. Same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Pause here for 5 breaths. Keep turning the heels out. Your feet are hip-width apart, reaching back through the hips. And see if you can get the roundness out of the back. So most often people kind of look like a rounded spine in down dog. See if you can really roll your pubis bones up to get that rotation through the hips and to open up your down dog, reaching out of the shoulders, sinking the heels. Exhale a little deeper. Good, look between the hands. Walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, lower the hands, then pause. So separate the feet hip-width apart, heels slightly turned out. Hands to the hips. Inhale, open up the chest, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold. Middle and index finger, hook the big toes. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keep working the crown of the head towards the floor, elbows away from one another. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. One more breath. Good. Inhale, look out. Release the toes. Ground the palms. Look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Look up. And exhale, lower the hands. So we're going to move through another Surya Namaskara B, just to warm up the body and get that internal heat going. So heel toe the feet together. See if you can focus on moving with my cues and lengthening each inhale and exhale. So feet together, bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Left heel and right foot lunges. Inhale, arms up. Lower the hands, set back. Same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Right heel and left foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Lower the hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale brings you up. And exhale back. Breathe, sink the heels, and reach back for 5 breaths. See if you can rotate the shoulders, the triceps, underneath your arms. So you're kind of pulling the outer arm under. One more. Good, look between the hands, come high up under the toes, walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, inhale, chair. Exhale, lower the hands, Tadasana. So we're gonna focus on some shoulders today. Moving through a flow, but really getting into those shoulders. So everything that we're gonna do is gonna lead up to some really nice shoulder openers. So get ready. So inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, the left foot back. Left palm down, right hand up. So thinking about the legs, keep pushing the right knee forward, the left heel back, stacking right shoulder on top of the left. Turn the top palm to face forward and reach up over the ear. Spinning the heart up, gaze is up, breathe. Good, right arm up, broaden through the shoulders, lower the right hand. Get light on the fingertips and look forward. Instead of resting your chest on your front leg, see if you can lift up a little higher to pull the core in. Get a little lower through that front knee, reaching back through the left heel. You're gonna feel it opening up that left side hip flexor. Good. Keep the gaze forward. Arms come out wide. Shift the weight into the right foot and fly for airplane. Opening up the heart, reaching back. Flex the foot, left inner thigh to the right. Breathe. Lift the leg a little higher. Good. Slowly come up to standing, bringing the left knee with you. Hug the knee into the chest. Shoulders back and down. Good. And then hands to the hips and keep the left knee lifted. Soften the standing leg and bring the left knee in front of the right knee. Tuck the toes around the calf, if possible. Sometimes it's not an option, but if it is, go for it. And then left elbow under the right. Working the hands together. Again, the palms may not touch, but just go in that direction. See if you can lift the elbows up, hands away from the face, shoulders drawing down. You may stay here or start to fold forward. Keep pulling the left hip back, squeezing the inner thighs together. Get lower through the hips. One more breath. Good. Inhale. Slowly reverse coming out of it. Release the arms. Release the legs. Tadasana. Feet together. Inhale. Reach the arms out and up. Look up. Exhale. Swan dive. Fold. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. The right foot back. Right palm down. Left hand up. Stacking left shoulder on top of right. Keep bending the left knee. Reaching back through the right heel. Gaze is up, spinning the chest up. Turn that top palm to face forward. Reach up over the ear. One more. Good. Left arm up. Broaden. Lower the left hand. Get light on the fingertips. Get lower through the front knee. Again, keeping the right heel active, so you're still reaching back through that back leg. Pull the chest up, so it's just hovering over that front leg, and then arms come out wide. Using your core to stabilize yourself, keep reaching back, shift the weight into the left foot, and fly for airplane. Flexing the floating foot, open up the heart. Keep lifting that right leg. One more breath. Open up the chest. Slowly come up to standing. Bringing the right knee with you. Hug the knee in with your arms. Draw the shoulders back and down. Good. And then hands to the hips. Keep that right knee lifted. Soften the left knee. Stacking right on top of left. Double hook the toes. Arms come out. Right elbow under the left. Working the hands together. Elbows up, hands away from the face, shoulders drawing down. Keep pulling your right hip back and choose to stay upright or to fold forward. Whatever you did last time. Breathe deeply. One more. Good. Inhale, slowly come up. Unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Back to Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Child or down dog, you choose. Know that every class is always all levels and that you can always take a break as needed. So child's pose is dropping to the knees, big toes touch, hands can be reaching out in front or back by your hips. This is your break. Anytime you feel your breath is getting compromised and you're not breathing and you're making it really difficult for yourself, take a break. If you're not in child yet, go ahead and meet us in child. And then inhale up to all fours. Stacking knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly. Roll the shoulders and sitting bones up, look up. Exhale, round, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Roll the pubis bone down, the sitting bones up, gaze is up. Inhale, and exhale, round. One more, inhale. Exhale, round. Good. Come to neutral. Take the knees a little wider than the hips. Right hand under the nose, left arm up, opening up the chest. Thread the left hand behind the right wrist, dropping to that left shoulder. Right hand can stay where it is. You can reach forward or wrap around the back for a nice gentle twist and getting into that shoulder. Keep working the back of the head onto the floor so your twist becomes deeper. Pulling your left inner thigh over to the left. One more. Good. Unwind that right arm. Use your right hand to bring yourself up. Other side. Left hand down, right arm up, opening up the chest, and then thread through. You can reach forward, wrap around the back, and keep working the back of the head onto the floor. It sometimes helps to bring that right shoulder kind of over to the left side of the mat, and you can maybe twist a bit more. And then can you pull your right inner thigh back to the midline? Breathe. One more. Good. Unwind. Bring yourself up with your left hand. Down dog. Look between the hands. Walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, lower the hands. Tadasana. So bring the big toes to touch, squeezing knees and ankles together. Reach the hands forward, palms face each other, retract the shoulders back and down. Start to lift the heels. Keep lifting the heels as you start to soften the knees. Gaze stays forward. If you're getting wobbly and you're looking all around, it's probably because you're not focusing on your gaze. So just listen to my cues to help you get deeper into the pose and see if you can gaze at nothing. If you're staring at the screen at home, which you probably are, then see if you can kind of just gaze at the screen but don't really focus on anything. See if you can make that drishti just a calm, neutral spot to help you focus. Lift the heels a little higher, get the hips a little bit lower. Imagine there's a wall behind you, so your shoulders are stacked over your hips. You're tucking the tail slightly. Get a little bit lower, and then slowly come all the way down. Keep your feet together, open up the knees. You want your heels down. Mine aren't gonna go today, so no, it's okay. If they can go there, go for it. So we're gonna set up Malasana. You can either reach the hands forward and get low. You can bring the arms out wide, or I really enjoy wrapping the arms around the shins. Now you can tuck the nose into the toes. That's a nice rhyme, I like that one. Or you can look forward. If you're looking forward, can you pull the shoulders away from one another? Such a unique stretch getting in around that collarbone. I love this pose. So some people like to tuck in, some people like to look forward. You play. Every body's different. Keep sitting back, whether your heels are up or not. Just keep shifting your weight towards your heels. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Release the hands. Bring the hands to the top of the mat, knees to armpits, setting up Bakasana. So you're lifting one foot or both. I see some people kind of try to jump into this. There's no jump. You don't need momentum. So you'll keep that connection with your knees into your armpits or your triceps, and you'll just kind of look forward and lift your feet gently. If you have liftoff, can you bring your heels together, splay the toes out? Keep looking forward. You're not that far away from the ground, so if you fall, it's no big deal. Keep tucking the belly button in towards the spine. It's a lot of core movement. Can you lift your heels a little higher? Breathe. Can you straighten your arms a little more? One more. Now, without overthinking it, I just did. Just shoot your legs back. Right into Chaturanga, or some version of that. Inhale, open up the chest, sink the hips. Maybe rock a little side to side, just kind of let that go. Downward facing dog. Left heel in, right foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Interlace the hands behind the back. Keep the torso facing the left side. So your hips are open to the left side. Your hands are behind you. The shoulders are stacked over the hips. So we're going to do this a little differently than we do sometimes. Keep bending the right knee. Now, draw your knuckles towards that left heel. Draw your palms together. Keep opening up the chest, tuck the tail in, and bring your right shoulder to the right knee. Let your head kind of soften. Keep reaching the knuckles towards the back of the room. Maybe turn the gaze up. Good. Now, without much of a movement, just kind of bring that right shoulder to the inside of the knee. Try to square your torso to face the front. Bring the hands up over the head for humble warrior. Keep bending that right knee. Let your head hang. Stay strong through the legs. They're not going to move. Just rotate your torso over to the left. So your chest is now in the middle of your two legs. You're bending the right knee still. And bring the hands over the head. Good. Draw the palms together and slowly come up. Ooh, that leg is screaming, I know. Keep it bent, breathe through it. Release the arms, warrior two. Inhale, arms up. Slowly lower the hands down to the middle of the mat. So you're equally in between your legs. Now, keep your legs in warrior legs and walk the hands forward. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right knee and walk that left hand back again. I messed that up somehow. So your left hand's in the middle of the mat, the right hand is on the inside of the knee. You're opening up your chest towards the front. We're kind of releasing those shoulders, giving them a break, and getting into our hips. Keep grounding the outer edge of that back foot, pushing the right knee towards the right. Open up the chest. Good, release that right hand. Walk the hands forward now. Spin the back heel up. Heel toe that right foot out. Keeping your shoulders forward, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Other side, right heel in. Left foot lunges. Inhale. Warrior one. Keep grounding the outer edge of that back foot, bending the left knee. Good, and open up to warrior two. Hips are open now to the right side. Pulling that right hip back, pulling the left knee towards the left pinky toe. Get lower through the left leg and then interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the knuckles towards the floor, the palms together, opening up the shoulders just by standing here. Now bring the left shoulder to the left knee, keeping your torso to face the right side. So you're reaching the knuckles towards the back of the room. getting a nice side stretch as well as getting into those shoulders. Maybe turn the gaze up, breathe, get lower through the left knee. Good, don't move the legs. Keep grounding the outer edge of that back foot and bring the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Square the torso towards the front of the room. Hands up over the head. Let your head hang, breathe deeply. Good, now keep your legs still and just move back to center. Ooh, balance is tricky, move slowly. And bring the hands up over the head, back to the center of the mat. Let your head hang. Keep bending the left knee. Good, draw the knuckles towards the floor and slowly come up. Good, release the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down the center again. Keep that left knee bent. Keep your right hand where it is, left hand to the inside of the left knee. Bend the left knee, get lower through those hips, and start to spin the chest towards the front of the room. Breathe. Keep opening up the chest for one more. Good. Release that left hand. Walk the hands forward. Heel toe that left foot out, giving yourself some space to step right into plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Turn the right heel in, lunge the left foot forward, right into warrior one. Warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Shorten the stance. Inhale, reach towards the front of the room. Both legs are straight now, and tilt to triangle. Gaze is up if it's okay on your neck, otherwise look down. Keep grounding the big toes. Now, if your gaze is up, slowly transition down to your left big toe. Soften your left knee a little bit, reach the right hand around the back, and work for the left inner thigh. You may grab your shirt, shorts, whatever you got. See if you can reach for that left inner thigh and straighten the left leg again. So this is going to help getting into the shoulders, working to stack your shoulders on top of one another, and that'll in turn help stack your hips. Turn the gaze up again. Opening up the chest, breathe. Good, now gaze down again. Soften the left knee, shift it forward. Keep the bind, and reach up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So many people lift your leg up high. Try not to do that today. Bring your heel so it's in line with your hip joint, and see if by reaching back through your right heel, you can help lengthen the left side waist. So you're able to float those left fingertips. Breathe. Lift a little higher. Stack yourself. Soften the left knee. Lower the right foot. Come on up out of it. Release the arms. And keep the hands here. The arms out wide. Start to turn the palms up and around. And then rotate the hands one more time. Notice how the shoulders kind of jack up here, so see if you can keep them down as you rotate. And just kind of circle the wrists. Good. And then turn the left toes in. So you're slightly pigeon-toed, facing the center of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down the center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grounding the outer edges of the feet, walk the hands back. Working the crown of the head towards the floor. One more breath. Good. Inhale, look forward, hands to the hips. Draw the elbows together and come on up. Setting up the other side. Turn the right toes out. Shorten the stance a bit. Arms out wide. Ground through the big toes. Inhale, reach, and tilt to triangle on the other side. Tucking that right hip under. Stacking left shoulder on top of right. Again, you can look up or down. Now everyone, gaze comes down. Soften the right knee, reach around, grab the right inner thigh, and straighten the right leg again. Stacking left shoulder, left hip on top. Stay here. Use the bind to help stack yourself. Good, now gaze comes down again. Soften the right knee, shift it forward. Ardha Chandrasana. Again, reaching back through that left heel to help lengthen through the right side of your body. Pulling your chest, your shoulders away from the hips. Breathe. Stack left side on top. One more. Good. Soften the right knee, lower the left foot. Straighten the front leg, back to triangle. And release the bind. Reach the left hand up and inhale up. Good. Turn the toes in. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold down the center again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So option to stay here, or going to give you an option for a headstand. So what you don't want to do is be on the forehead or the back of your head. If you have any neck issues or you're not sure, leave it out. It's not that important. If you want to use a wall, some pillows, something around you, it's a nice option. You want to be right on the crown of your head, which is the top, okay? I like tripod headstand, so that's what I'm going to teach you today. So tripod is when your crown of your head comes down and you make a triangle with your hands and your head. So the head is the top point and the hands are down. You can see your thumbs in your peripheral vision. Now, if you've never done this before, you may bring your knees to your arms and start to lift your feet. This is really accessible. This isn't too scary, hopefully. So if it's good, you can start to lift one leg, maybe both. Keep drawing the elbows in towards one another. And then maybe start to separate the legs and lower the feet down. Inhale, look forward. Walk the hands over to the left, step back, vinyasa. So if you didn't do it, don't get down on yourself. It's really not that important, but they're fun if you can. So step back, inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, and exhale back. Good, inhale, plank. So that was all prep for a nice shoulder opener. So slowly chaturanga all the way down to the stomach. Bring your hands out wide like a T. Palms are down. Left ear down. Trying not to squish my mic. So your gaze is over to the right. So your left ear's down. Your left hand is in line with your shoulder. Make sure it's a straight line. Bring your right hand under the right shoulder and start to roll over to your left side. You may start to bring your right foot down. The tendency is that the head pops up, but that's going to add some extra pressure in your neck and whatnot. So keep your head down. Try to keep it heavy, just kind of settled into your mat, and you can start to rock over more. You may want to bring your right hand around and clasp your hands, but don't move that left hand to do that. If you still want more, you can start to bend both knees. You'll know when to stop. It's a joint, so please don't push it. One more breath. Good. Slowly roll out of it. Coming back to center. Setting up the other side. So make sure the right hand's in line with your shoulder. Lower your right ear. Left hand under the left shoulder and rock over to the right. Again, keeping your head down, your neck is soft. Maybe you interlace your hands, but don't move that right hand to do so. One side is probably noticeably more open than the other, so don't make it mean anything. It's not a big deal. Full pose, which I can only do on this side, I'll demonstrate, is to bring both legs up. You're working the whole back onto the floor eventually, really getting deep into that shoulder joint. One more breath. Good. Slowly unwind, unroll. Bring both hands under the shoulders and push back to child's. Like brand new shoulders now. So hands are back by the legs. Good, and then walk the hands forward, come up to down dog. Lift the right leg, open up that hip. Bend the top leg a few times, whatever feels good. Maybe circle the ankle, circle the knee, the leg. And then right knee in between the hands for pigeon. Bringing that right foot forward a bit. Keep creating space in between the knees. Open up the chest. If your hips are nice and low today, you can interlace the hands, kind of adding a back bend here, drawing the knuckles towards the back. We've kind of already done this today, so reaching the knuckles towards that left heel. Open up the heart. And then slowly fold forward. Hands can be out in front or back. Maybe out wide, whatever you feel like doing. So continue to soften the toes. Notice those gripping patterns. We all have them, and some days they're different. Depending on our stress level, our physical activity, whatever it is, tension creeps up differently every day, and we have to continue to roll out our mat to do our work here in this yoga practice so that we can be aware of where that tension is, so we have some hope of softening it. Because if we're not aware of where it is, then we certainly can't let it go. So see if just in your practice today you allow yourself to become more aware of those patterns, those habits, that tension, whatever you want to call it. Continue to breathe deeply, surrender, enjoying the hips, getting deeper into the hips for 2 more breaths. Good. Now slowly start to walk the hands back in. Walking them all the way into the hips. Open up the chest. Reach around and grab the left foot. If you can, grab the left foot with both hands. We're going to make it a shoulder opener. So instead of bringing the heel, well, you can bring the heel in just for a hot second, getting into that quad. It's a tight one today. Okay, now enough of that quad. Flex the foot and kick back. Use your strong leg to kick back, and you're going to feel it all of a sudden shift out of your leg into your shoulders. If you want more, you can start to open up the chest and look up. Good. Release the neck, release the foot. Lean over to the right, swing the left leg around, bringing the left foot to the outside of the right knee, setting up that twist. So dropping the left hip, left hand behind the back, right arm up, hook the elbow to the knee, inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Inhale, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Good, unwind. Roll over the knees, step back, vinyasa. Chaturanga, inhale up, and exhale back. Left leg up, open up that hip. Maybe bend and straighten the leg, circle the ankle. And then left knee in between the hands for pigeon. Create some space in between the knees, opening up those hips. Walk the hands in, point the back foot. Again, if you did it last time, you can reach the knuckles towards the back foot, opening up the chest a bit, and then slowly fold forward. Continue to lengthen every single little muscle, even those little muscles you didn't know you have. Just becoming more aware, more mindful of everything that you're doing. Whether it's on your mat or when you walk out of your yoga practice. I always think of being more present. And you know those days when you wake up and you get to work and you're like, how did I get here? Those are scary days. And I know we've all experienced them. So luckily, I think it's safe to say I have been having less of them because I'm really focused on being present. Through this practice, I've been able to practice that present moment, and I certainly haven't mastered it. I don't know if anyone has. It's definitely an interesting accomplishment, but just even becoming more aware each and every day is beneficial to us. So allow this practice to just open yourself up to being more present so that we don't miss out on those little things with our kids or at work or with our loved ones or whatever. So often we walk around almost like zombies, not really sure what's happening, not sure how we got to work or how we got home or anything. So can you allow this practice to allow you to become more aware, attention to detail, and not miss out on anything? One more breath. Walk the hands back in. Reach around and grab that back foot. And just kind of get into the quadricep for a few moments. And then see if you can grab the foot with both hands. I know that's kind of tricky. So if you can, it's okay. But see if you can really focus on squeezing your hips, on balancing. And then if you keep pushing into that right hip, flex the foot and kick back. It's a really nice shoulder opener. Breathe. Good. Release the foot. Lean over to the left. Swing the right leg around. Drop that right hip. Right hand behind the back. Inhale, left arm up. Hook the elbow to the knee for a nice twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Unwind, roll over the knees, shoot the legs back. Chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale back. Good. From down dog, kind of walk towards the back of your mat so you can have space. Look between the hands. Look way far forward in between your hands, like out in front of your mat. Bend the knees. Come high up onto the toes and walk or jump through to seated. Peel the flesh away from the sitting bones. Sit up tall. Hands next to the hips. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. Grab whatever's available. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. And just imagine your body's like a hinge. So eventually, our whole top torso, so like this is the butt, and we can just hinge forward so that the crown of our head can touch the tops of the feet, and we are able to move that way. So the belly is just folding over the legs. May not be there yet, but just visualize it. Inhale, lengthen. So what do I mean by that? Kind of push your hips back and pull your chest forward. Lengthen through the front body to allow yourself to fold deeper. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. Right foot, or right leg is straight, left foot to the right inner thigh. Inhale the arms up, peel that flesh away from the right hip, and fold forward. Just getting into those hamstrings a little more. I don't know what it is about those things, but no matter how much yoga I do it, they just seem to keep getting tighter. I know they're not getting tighter because they do open up, but can never work too much on our hamstrings, right? So enjoy this, John. You enjoy this forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. Inhale up and just switch legs. Peel the flesh away from that left hip. Inhale the arms up and fold. Inhale. So same concept. Can you try to lengthen through the front body? Pull your shoulders away from those hips to fold deeper. One more. Good. Inhale up. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Middle and index finger, hook the big toes. Lift the shoulders. Roll the pubis bone forward. Open up the chest, pull the elbows in close to the body. Maybe start to hinge if you want a little more. Just make sure your back isn't rounding, so it doesn't look like this. If you are going to hinge forward, your shoulders are back, and you're hinging at your hips. Good. Inhale up, cross the ankles, move through one last vinyasa. From down dog, look way far in front of your mat. Soften the knees, walk or jump all the way through, this time lying on the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then lower the feet onto the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Now, first option, you can just lift your hips and stay here. Our shoulders should be nice and open after all that. So if you want some more shoulder action, you can kind of rock your shoulders underneath your torso, maybe interlace your hands and get into them a different way. Your legs are strong, grounding through the big toes. Imagine you're kind of pigeon-toed and you're turning your toes in a bit. Keep lifting those hips. Breathe. Bring the chin away from your chest. One more. Good. Release the hands. Slowly lower down. Neutralizing the spine. Bring both legs straight up in the air. Hands next to the hips. Sutta Dandasana. Now, I know in a lot of classes we close with shoulder stands and that whole thing, but I'm going to invite you to change that habit, if that is a habit of yours, and just wind down differently. So today, just keep your feet over your hips, keep your gaze up, and just open up the legs, getting into those inner thighs a little more. See if you can keep your feet active, rotate the toes forward, trying to pull the knees down and really soften the groin and the inner thighs. Hands can just kind of go where they want. You can rest them on the inner thighs and kind of help facilitate the legs down, or maybe that's too much. You can just allow gravity to pull those feet down. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible, reaching out through the heels, turning the toes down. We're here for one more breath. And then use your inner thighs. Squeeze the legs together. Lower the left leg down. Hug the right knee in. Inhale. And exhale. Twist to the left. Working to keep that right shoulder down. Gaze is over to the right. Good. Unwind and switch. Hug the left knee in. And twist. Back to center. Let the palms fall open. It's Shavasana time. So just kind of, I like to kind of shake my legs out, shake the arms out, maybe rock the head a little side to side, seeing if you can just kind of shake the butt, the hips, everything, so you can fully surrender and soften here. Let the breath just naturally come in and out of the nose, the mouth. Soften the eyes. Gently. You can stay here as long as you want. I know it's kind of a power vinyasa, but so stay here if you want. If you're ready to come out of it, just start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, bringing some movement back in. Hug the knees in, rock a little side to side, up and down. Maybe some circles around, and then rock. All the way up into a comfortable seated position. So you can find a full lotus, just like an Indian style Sukhasana. Just closing our practice with gratitude, bringing the hands together, thanking yourself for rolling out your mat and practicing today with me. I appreciate you always being open and receptive, allowing me to guide you through your practice. And then may this practice teach us how to be in the present moment more, how to not miss out on those little things, and to appreciate the moment. So thank you. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.